many of you know, Tree Game was recently released. By recently, I mean like a month ago. You can download it on this website. I'll leave a link in the description below. It has all of my games actually. Planet Sandbox 2 is my latest, and I'm about to release Planet Sandbox Ultimate, maybe in a week or so, and it'll be VIP only. Well, Co-op Prime. That's what I'm gonna call it. So I'm gonna go over the basics of Tree Game 5, and then maybe, if you guys like this video, I'll go into more depth. Because I don't really want to give away everything, because that's like just a guide to ripping me off. So I'm gonna go over a bird. Well, actually, I'm gonna go over the main buttons. So, there's this button. You can probably guess what it does. It brings you to this URL, and I will copy and paste that gladly and put it in the link in the description below. And so Tree Game, you're 5. You got your Tree Game and you're 5, and then you got your levels button, and your levels button brings you to the levels. Your sandbox button brings you to the sandbox, and your original button brings you to the original. The original is not very good. So I'm not going to go over most of this stuff. I mean, you can just right-click the tree and it gets bigger, and then, it just infinitely grows. This happens, so yeah, that's fun. And then you can just smack them with the tree and they delete. So it's quite the boring game. So original isn't that fun. But Sandbox, on the other hand, I only like Tree Game because of its Sandbox. But, there's some people that like levels. So I added that levels feature. And I did original just to show you what it was. And, So this actually, the very first version of Tree Game came out like 5 months ago. I don't know. But basically, I'm gonna go over birds first. So basically, on collision with another bird, it spawns a 10-second timer. And after that, it'll spawn a 1 in 3 chance, and then it'll repeat, emitting an egg. So if it's 3, it would put out 3 eggs. If it's 1, it would put out 1 egg. So that's just the egg system. These are all of the deaths. I'm not gonna go over most of the deaths, except for the human. So on a stick, it makes a nest. On a tree, it makes a stick. So, oh yeah, there's a Easter egg right here. There's a 1 in 1024 chance that there is a, oh well, I guess it's a half chance that you get a duck. Well, it's not a half chance. It's more of a it's different from a 1 in 2 chance, because there's different options, I guess. I did things very weird. I'm going to go over the bunny now. And yes, you see a COVID monster over there. I'll go over that in a minute after I go over the dinosaurs and the bunnies. And then I'll do humans, and then that'll be probably it. So on collision with the bird, it grows a bit. So, it grows a bit after it eats a bunny. I mean, after it eats a chicken, because bunnies definitely eat chickens. Don't question my logic, you better not. So, if it hits a chrome dinosaur, it dies. If it hits a sandbox delete, it dies. If it hits a human, it dies. Fairly simple. Now we're gonna go over the more complicated stuff. So, this is not close to one of the most complicated ones. But basically I have this set up so that way it changes the color of it when it hits the water. And this is basically just to make it so that way it doesn't do it more than once. So it sets it to 1 and then adds this, and as long as it's equal to 1, it'll change that. So that way you can't add more to it and then it not equal 1, so you can't change it again. So it just selects a rainbow color. Oh shoot. So it just selects a rainbow color. So I'll show that really quickly. You just get some water and you wash off the dinosaur. The joke is supposed to be, it's covered in ash or whatever. And then you just wash it off and it becomes colorful. You can see that one's red. I actually like the red ones. You know why? Because they have my name on it. So, pretty cool. I'm going to drag this over to a bunny. Get this bigger. And then if we could flip it upside down, you would see my name. well, not my name, but like, Koa. If we could, yeah, there we go. Okay, nice. So you see, there's a Koa on his butt. So the next one we're gonna go over is the COVID-19 and the COVID monster. So first, the COVID-19, it's fairly simple. So it just follows humans, follows animals, drag and drop, and then these are all the dyes and the COVID monster and stuff. So then there's the COVID monster, and the COVID monster is kind of cool, I guess, because it's cool. It's a boss. It's the only boss in Tree Game so far. And I don't think there's gonna be another Tree Game. Sadly, I'm bored of making Tree Game. But, if we can get over 100 downloads on it, I guess I'll make a Tree Game 6. I guess. Because I could check the total downloads. You can go to dashboard and then actually have, the most downloads I've ever gotten in a day was 17. That was in one day. So I've gone a few days without getting any downloads. I've gone, I'm not gonna say this counts as 0 because it's 7 a.m. today, and it's got 0 downloads because it's yeah. Hopefully when this comes out, you guys will check this out and maybe view it, at least view it. So all of my games are here, all of my good ones. So back to this. So if on collision with the COVID-19, it will add to its size and add to its health. So yeah, it's fairly simple, and it dies to fire. So then there is the human. So this is one of the more complicated ones. There's a lot to this. So there's lava, fire, rock. Any of those kill it. And then, especially Sandbox Delete. So on COVID-19, 6 human, or COVID monster, it will turn into a sick human over time. It takes some time to infect it. So there's the bird, which makes it bigger, adds to its size. This is just this is the growing up mechanics. So it makes it so it grows up, and then and only then can it reproduce. So there's a lot more to these games than what it looks like. So you would see, this looks very simple to code, but it's not. This took 3 months. Tree Game 5 took 3 months. But yeah, I am going to maybe go over some other games, depending on which game you want to see. You could pick from any of these games, and I'll show you, some of the mechanics of it and stuff. So, you could just comment on this video, tell me what game you want to be in the next video. But I'm thinking about doing a little bit more tutorials for FlowLab, and then I'll head back to Minecraft for a little bit, and then go back to FlowLab for a little bit, and then go back to Minecraft for a little bit. Just switching, I think, is a great idea. It's probably a terrible idea, because I make terrible ideas. But, so yeah, it's simple. Tree Game. I'll show you what the original Tree Game was like. So I gotta go all the way down. These are all of my scrapped games and stuff, so you can really see how bad most of my games are. That's an idea for another one. I can also go over some of my scrapped videos. So Tree Game, play, not very many options. It's not very fun. There's 3 levels you can choose from. It's so cool. Okay, the original Tree Game didn't even have iron. It used to just have, the basics. I'm gonna eat those bunnies.